Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. I'm sure you've heard this at least once before, if not more than once. And the saying goes, charity begins at home. Now, if you follow that premise, charity begins at home, do you not think maybe Congress needs to sort of sit down and put the brakes on all this money that's being given to other countries? I mean, you know, the Secretary of State dropped a cool $250 million on Mohamed Morsi's desk when he went over to visit in Egypt. Dropped another, I think, $80 million on the Syrian rebels. I'm talking about the rebels, the Al-Qaeda rebels. I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars that they're going to give and have given to the Palestinians. I don't know how many hundreds of million dollars they're going to give to the Pakistanians. And I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars they're going to give to all those other countries that we give hundreds of millions of dollars to. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be generous, but again, generosity should be focused on the American people. It's the American people's money. So why doesn't Congress, and why don't these senators, instead of all jockeying for position so they can get in line to try to run for the Oval Office, why don't they start doing their jobs? Why don't they start investigating where all this money is going and turn the tap off and keep the money that we have here for our military and to allow our military to continue their education, which is one of the things that this sequestration has cut off. I mean, this is completely mindless. Here we are, we're taking away from our own military and we're giving it to our enemies. That's what they all are. You know, they're our enemies. Now, they're Obama's friends. That doesn't make them our friends if they're Obama's friends. That's why he's got his administration peppered with all these Muslims, these radical extremist Muslims. They're like everywhere. So he's giving away money that he should be giving to our military. But you see, what he knows is our military doesn't like him. He knows that. That isn't any kind of secret. That's why he has his own militia. I don't know where he's hiding them, but it's got to be an awesome force because he's had, what, 5 years to build it. Yeah. It was in '08 that he said he's going to do it. I don't really take him for his word in most instances. I do, however, in this instance, because he needs to have his own militia. He needs his own army. That's where all the ammunition's going. Well, I think some of it's finding its way over to Syria, so the Al-Qaeda rebels can try to depose Assad. And in the process, they're slaughtering Christians. Yeah. And they're also slaughtering the Shiite, because they don't like the Shiite. Anyway, it's just interesting to see how screwed up our country really is when we're giving away hundreds and hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, most of which we have to borrow, and we're denying our own military. Huh? Does that make sense to you? Doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, it is part of the plan. What's the plan? To bring America to its knees. He's doing a good job so far. What do you think? I told you what I think. We're screwed.